Well, hello there. This is Matthew Mill, the Memorial TV podcast, and welcome to my podcast. And on this D Live podcast, people, if you're feeling generous, if you got any lemons, feel free to send some to me. If you're feeling generous, because any support, if you're by subscribing to my channel, by liking my videos, those is much appreciated. So, well, any further ado, let's just begin. Yes, and we're talking about Qantas making COVID vaccination compulsory for international travel, and of course, and of course our Prime Minister agrees to buy like about 5 million doses of vaccines, and of course there's the war on meat as well, which we're about to be talking about as well, and there's also something else which we'll get to as well. So let's just start with the Qantas. Qantas CEO will make COVID vaccination compulsory for international travel. Of course, this on for we are changed. They actually had a petition up there though, and people had petitioned against it, and the head of the Australian Qantas anyway said that airline plan to require all international travel to be vaccinated against the COVID-19 before boarding on their flight and predict their similar policies will adopt worldwide. Wow. See what they got to say.
Alan, when there is a vaccine, are you going to require all of your passengers to be vaccinated before they get on a plane?
Yeah, we are looking at changing our terms and conditions to say for international travellers that we will ask people to have a vaccination before they can get on the aircraft. What do you need that domestically? We'll have to see what happens with COVID-19 in the market, but certainly for international visitors coming out and people leaving.
Wow, you say, you have to have a vaccine ID and that though before you want to board the flight. You had to have proof or certificate if you want to enter it. People, man, I don't think it's not going to be applying just to Qantas, but to other airlines as well. And yes, of course, they say what international will require to take one step at a time to get on the back of the international travel. Wow. Yeah, and there's the CEO or something there, and people will be required to get vaccinated as well, and COVID-19 vaccination will be required to fly, says Qantas chief. He heard what happened as well, and there it is. It says it's child abuse. We will see it's child abuse. Qantas facing boycott of proposed compulsory COVID vaccination. People don't want
Australia's largest airline is planning to make COVID vaccines compulsory for all passengers on international flights. Qantas is set to add the mandate in its terms and conditions as soon as the jabs become available. Proof of vaccination would be stored in an electronic digital passport, which is currently
electronic digital passport. You hear that? Let's go back a bit.
Stored in an electronic digital passport, proof of vaccination would be stored in an electronic digital passport, which is currently under development. Qantas is
Wow, digital passport, people. The digital passport, wow. Keep saying, well, I really think they all understand the resistance. Nobody was anti-vax until this year. The massive fact check within 24 hours. Boycott Qantas is trending. We will win. Yes, and we shall. We will not board their flights. And let's see what this lady got to say.
20,000 people are damaged by vaccines, meaning that...
Let's go back a bit. If you hadn't heard it though. I hope you're all watching. I hope you're all paying attention to what this lady going to be saying.
20,000 people are damaged by vaccines, meaning that compared to the amount of children damaged by COVID, there is no comparison. Vaccines will damage more children than they will help. So Qantas are advocating for the willful harm of children.
Really?
Is that what you want your next year's strapline to be? Qantas willfully injures children. Fly with Qantas, but we might just injure your kid. Really bad marketing strategy.
Indeed.
Do your research. Mandated vaccines mean child abuse. Pure.
Exactly. Exactly. Emma. Exactly. You really nailed it. And of course, yeah, the report requires health passport certificate allowing passenger to fly. Yeah, you heard what just on News Hub there that I showed about it though. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, and of course, doctors say CDC should warn people that side effects from COVID vaccine shots won't be a walk in the park. Won't be a walk in the park. Of course it won't be a walk in the park. Of course. There's going to be a lot of people getting damaged from those vaccines. And to know my point of view, I am an anti-vaxxer and I don't think people should be required to get vaccinated because it never had helped anyone. As I'm starting to look deeper in that though, proof is starting to be more proof is starting to be in the pudding. No, I will not take those. And they say it had to be an ultra cold and freezing. They say ultra cold freezer needs to store COVID vaccines. Whoa. Why is that? Let's see what they gotta say. $94 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoa. Wow. I'm not sure what it is in Celsius. But minus 94 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit. Minus 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Really?
It's really a worldwide phenomenon where the demand for ultra cold storage is so high right now, and I think everybody that is going to be potentially storing COVID-19 vaccine is looking to get their hands on something like this.
Of course they will be. Whoa! From 5,000 to 15,000 a piece. For those freezers.
We're talking a lot about getting the vaccine to the distribution points. I'm pretty confident in that system. In Pfizer, the company I'm on the board of, has...
Well, that's probably enough for now. I'm going to just leave it from here. And minus 94 degrees Fahrenheit. What is in Celsius? So, and of course I'm going to watch this part there. That fella gets a pie in the face. And Joyce gets a pie in the face in Perth. And to note, that's not this is just on 3 years ago. So I'm going to watch this.
Now, it's been 6 months since I've been here to announce the...
Oh, boy! Oh boy!
The business breakfast was well advanced when the grim-faced attacker
Oh
discovered
boy!
was a
Wow!
just dessert. Qantas CEO Alan Joyce and 600 guests stunned as the cream pie was plastered with clinical precision.
I might take a break for a second, guys, and just clean up a little bit, and I'll come back.
Yeah, 'cause you got all that pie on ya. Oh boy, man, he does deserve that today. Too bad that was just 3 years ago. So if it was like today doing that, man, oh boy. Of course, he should have a pie in place for calling in for compulsory vaccines. Ugh. Man, if I saw in that, oh, you're gonna be required to get a vaccine, and we're gonna get a play. Oh, but it's like that. Oh yes. Take that, and Joyce. Take that. Yeah, and Joyce. Oh, yeah, he still is the CEO today. Man, he still doesn't learn from the lesson. He should get another pie in the face. Let's hope that will happen again. To know, just to tell them, say that, hey, we're not going to take the vaccines. We are going to boycott Qantas and that though, and you're going to have to change your ways, and Jones, or Qantas will go bankrupt. Ha ha ha, yes. Take that, Andros, take that. Well, it's time to just move on. And of course, from CDC, so New Zealand agreed to buy 5 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Whoa, whoa. Wow. Wow, and it says requiring employees to facilitate testing of their employees to keep record and testing of requirement and compliance. Wow, wow. Wow. People, man, this is the new normal that they're at least trying to push on upon us. It's time that we need to wake up and say no to it. Especially in New Zealand, we got a communist dictatorship called Jacinda Ardern. Because the reason why I call it a dictatorship, because she had passed the health response bill. She is doing what dictators usually do. Say, oh, we're just passing our health response bill, so all officials can just come in your place whenever they please. Yeah, just so they can inject all that crap into your body coercively, and of course that goes against the Nuremberg Code. Though, and now it's time that we move on to the livestock market there, and it's not much to say around here, but I know that they're going to be, and I know the animal rights activists are trying to call for an end of the the shipping of livestock and that though. Of course, yeah. And of course, Ardern's trying to get to a bond of report COVID-19 found in New Zealand meat products exported to China. Yet, this is an excuse that's going to get us to start eating meat. This could be an excuse. And I know the Ice Age Fund's been covering all that as well. They're trying to get us to start eating meat because that was part of the new normal, Agenda 21. And also Agenda 2030. And wow, is it time for New Zealand to get a COVID card after testing finds that it's easy to use? Whoa, wow. Let's go to that there.
A wearable COVID...
Well, yeah, because they want us to be tracked. And if possible, this card makes it easier to track wherever you come into contact with an infected person, and where you have to pull around your neck, and let the technology do its thing. Yet, of course, attracting people. Wow. Yeah, because they want us to be having all that trackers. Really, soon you won't be needing a card or mobile phone. Soon one day they will check it and will push it into your skin. And yeah, I decided to go there as well. And yeah, of course you can see the symbol on it though, because yeah, now it's time to move on to the next one here. And
as coronavirus cases.
Yeah, and to know that, and Trump supporters seceded on the California Capitol after Democrat governor issued a stay-at-home order. Ho ho ho, boy! Wow, wow. Let's see what they got to say, and we will watch the whole thing.
As coronavirus cases continue to soar in California, some residents of the state aren't happy with the new COVID-19 safety regulations.
Of course they
California
ain't.
Governor Gavin Newsom issued a stay-at-home order to begin last Saturday night to try and take control of the increasing numbers. Just yesterday, nearly 14,000 coronavirus cases were recorded in the state and another 60 deaths. But some people aren't too happy with the stay-at-home order that the Democratic governor issued, especially Trump fans who have taken to the streets after curfew kicked in at Huntington Beach to protest against them.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I'm wearing a mask because half my face is ugly or something like that.
It comes just days after Gavin Newsom had to apologise to his California state after he was caught on camera dining at a confined indoor space without wearing a mask or social distancing. He was slammed by many people for contradicting what he's been asked.
Yeah, asking Californians what to do. He's been contradicting his order. So he decides not to follow his own rule. But he expects us to obey it. Really? Another Democrat caught for violating his own COVID rules. Democrats got on the plane to Texas 3 minutes after telling people not to travel. Oh boy. So it's possible not to COVID. Wow. Wow, people, wow. Wow, wow. Well, people, man, they're just getting caught by now. That was on Summit News. So let's go to Trump. Here, let's go back to
asking Californians to do.
And as soon as I sat down at the larger table, I realized it was a little larger group than I had anticipated. And I made a bad mistake. Instead of sitting down, I should have stood up. and walked back, got in my car, and drove back to my house. Instead, I chose to sit there with my wife and a number of other couples that were outside the household. And you can quibble about the guidelines, et cetera, but the spirit of what I'm preaching all the time was contradicted, and I got to own that. And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice, not just preach and not practice. And I've done my best to do that.
Yeah, is that so? Why did you force people to obey it but not practice what you preach? Oh boy, wow. Well, people, I think I don't have any more to say. So, people, I just want to thank you for those who are watching. I'll say thank you, and those who missed, it'll be uploaded on BitTube and also on YouTube as well, if just in case you had missed out. For those who couldn't watch, so it'll be uploaded on YouTube there. So, people, this is all I gotta say for now. This is the Millennial Kiwi. This is Matthew Millett, the Millennial Kiwi, signing off, over and out.